Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be doing a budget planner review. This one is from Amazon. I haven't done a review, I think, since my Clever Fox one, which was about maybe 2 months ago. I don't remember, but it's been a while, it feels like. So this one I decided to pick up on Amazon. It was $17.95. I try to gravitate towards the ones that are under $20 so that it's a little bit more affordable for you guys who are looking for a budget planner. I forgot what it was that drew me to this, but I remember looking at the preview of the photos and I was like, ooh, I have to try this one. So I'm sure once I flip inside, I'll hopefully remember. But yeah, so this is by the company Deter Edu. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but it's this company right here. So if you want to find out more, you can head on over to their website. But yeah, before I dive into the inside of the budget planner, I just want to go over what it says here and the kind of physical part of the planner first before I dive right into flipping through. In the front, it is a hardcover. I'm going to just go ahead and take this out and just put it side by side so you can see it a little bit better. I love that these type of hardback or hardcover planners have the corner, I don't know what these called, corner reinforcements. I think that's what it's called, because if you throw this in your purse, it'll help keep it from damaging, and it's on the front as well as the back. I do love the simple layout of this. Like, I think the colors are really nice and kind of neutral, nothing too like overwhelmingly bright, although I don't mind having a bright planner at all. So this budget planner comes with a pen loop with it, which I think is pretty cool. So I would probably like put it somewhere right here or something, put a little pen loop on there, or maybe this way, I don't know. But yeah, it comes with a pen loop so that if you want to always have a pen with your budget planner, you can. What I usually like to do though is I tend to put my pens here on the coil. Like, I'll do this and it'll just, you know, stay in there for me. I don't know if anyone else does that. Am I the only one? But yeah, I tend to, if I have like a coil planner, I will put it in here. Even if I have like a regular flat planner, I will tend to just put it in the front. Well, maybe not this one because it's a hardback, but my passion planner I can. So as you guys can see, this planner, I feel like it's pretty small. I think the biggest planner I've ever had is still the Budget by Paycheck workbook. That one is humongous to me. So this is nice if you want to bring it with you on the go, throw it in your purse or something. The size on here says 6.5 by 8.5 inches. And what's included on here is, it is undated. It's a 12-month planner, an area to write your goals, expense trackers, of course, which I love, a monthly budget calendar, I think, and a monthly budget in general, bill tracker, savings tracker, and then more, which we'll dive right into. It is a 120 GSM no bleed paper, hardcover with metal corners, as you guys saw earlier. And there's also a how to use video tutorials, which I think would be helpful if you are just starting out with budgeting. And yes, so there's also a bills pocket, receipts and bills pocket, which is usually towards the end of the planner. So let's go ahead and just dive right into this. As with any planner, it does have like a, this planner belongs to page. And this is cute right here. It says a little progress each day adds up. And if you find this planner, please return to, and then it has an area for your name, phone number, and email. And then it says thank you right here. I don't know about you guys, but I never filled this out, I don't think. I haven't lost my planner yet when I used to take it out with me. So hopefully you guys don't lose yours. And make sure you guys aren't writing personal things in here just in case. Here on this side, just the information about where you can contact the owner. It says, we sincerely wish you the best in your journey. For complete instructions and details on how to use this budget planner, you guys can go to this website here, which is pretty cool. It has a table of contents. I don't know if I've ever seen a table of contents before, but this is kind of cool. There usually is like an instructional area, what I find with a lot of budget planners or planners in general. So if you're looking for specific pages, you can go directly there. So there's money goals, planning, budgeting, trackers, savings, logs, accounts, lists, and extra stuff. So next page. I really like how simple this looks. It just says goals on here. And if you want, you could probably put maybe a use it as a vision board, or map out your goals for the next year. That would be a good, little blank space to do that in. And then with the money goals instructions on here, they are following the SMART goals: specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound. This is very detailed, so if you need help with setting your goals, this should help you out. And it's broken down into short-term goals, midterm goals, and long-term goals. I think this is why I bought this planner, was because of the goals, and then kind of like the breakdown, because here you'll write your what your short-term goals are, and then just some of the action steps here that you can put to help you achieve those goals. And then money goals here as well. So there is looks like six areas to put down 6 of your financial goals. And here it says priority, reward, target date, start date, notes, category, date achieved. And then on the other pages, I think you break down each of those goals. Okay, I think this is why I gravitated toward this planner, because of the breakdown. And I think there's a total of 6. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So whatever goals, that you put down here in this section here, so the 6 goals, you're going to take each of those individual goals and you are going to list out what you need to do on here. I think this is pretty cool. And then there's also a section for why am I setting this goal? What are the benefits of achieving it? I think that this is pretty awesome, because in order for you to focus, I feel like, or stay motivated to achieve your goal, holding on to the why part of why you even wanted to achieve that goal is going to be super helpful. So I think that this is pretty awesome to have. And there's a box here for a target date, and then a little checklist of if this goal is specific. Is it measurable? Is it achievable? Is it relevant? And is it time bound? And then after that, there is money goals, 10 ways to save. Fill this page with 10 ways you can start saving money. For example, a no spend month, meal planning, cut some expenses. So kind of brainstorming all the different ways that you can save money. I would probably add trying to see what subscriptions you can end, negotiating down some of your bills. One of the ones that's been talked about between my husband and I is finally signing up for Mint Mobile so we can cut down on our cell phone bill, but that's still a conversation we're still having. So yeah, that's one of the ways, a couple of different ways you guys can save money. And then whatever else you think of, just put it on here so that as you go back through your planner and you need to save some money, you can go back to your little list over here. So this is really nice to have. Money goals, debt repayment. So total amount of debt, your goal payoff date, and then why do you want to be debt free? The action steps that will get you there. And I think that's it. So this will be your total amount of debt that you have. And then here's a little brainstorming section with, you can write down, how can I be debt free? And then moving on to the planning part of this, and has a little information on how to create a plan. I'm just going to read the first paragraph here. It says, creating money goals is the first part of the budgeting process. Now it's time to plan out how much you're going to spend each month and year to ensure that you're on track to meet these goals. You can also determine if you need to make adjustments to your budget. And then it has like an example here. So planning major expenses. Ooh, this one is nice, especially for those annual expenses that don't happen often. I call them seasonal expenses. So it'll have all the months. It looks like, yeah, it should be all 12 months on here. So starting in January, February, March, April, like whatever you have due. This is nice to have so that when you need to refer back to it and figure out what to do on a certain month, you guys have the actual amount that needs to be paid, and then you can add it to your budget, to your monthly budget. And then planning annual review. So this one looks like it's broken down by month. So you can write down if you're paid on a set amount or set salary, this might be easy to fill out. However, if your paycheck varies, it might be kind of hard to guesstimate. But I would, if you're paid irregularly or if your amount varies month to month, I would budget using the smallest amount that you would receive. That way you don't over budget or anything. So you can put the year here, what you budgeted for, and then the actual amount. So think of this as a way to track what you're actually getting in. So it'll be nice at the end of the year to kind of compare the amount that you budgeted compared to what you actually got total, or what you actually spent and received in income total. And here it has income, expenses, savings, and then debt payment, and all the months here that you can put down. I do get paid bi-weekly. And for those of you who get paid bi-weekly as well, we are paid every other Friday. I would probably just combine both paychecks, so it's 2 paychecks in 1 month, and then use that as my total on here. Moving on to budgeting. So budgeting, I'm just going to read the first paragraph again on here. Goals and planning offer a high-level view of your finances. Now you can get more granular with your budget. Recording expenses month by month, line by line. The next step is especially important to know what items you're spending the most on and to identify areas where you can cut back spending. Then it starts off with the month, whatever month you're going to be starting with. And then I'm going to start on this left side here. Has the budget period, and then there's an area here for income source, what your budget is, and then what your actual is. And then down here it has fixed expenses, the day that it's due, description, the budget, and then actual. Other expenses, this one I would use for your variable day-to-day spending. So I kind of like that because in a lot of budget planners it has pre-written categories on there for you sometimes, and I don't like that because I have my own. So, but I can see where that could be helpful for other people maybe who are just budgeting. Maybe that might be helpful. But for me, I prefer it to be just blank and just like this. And then totals here at the bottom. So total fixed expenses, other expenses, savings, and debt payment. And then this would be an area to put down what your savings is and debt payment for the month. Also in your month here, it has an area for your month and then a summary of your income, expenses, savings, debt payment. So this is the plan for the month. Your opening balance, closing balance. This is nice because I would use this as my starting balance for my checking account, and whatever you have in cash, and then what we ended with, because what you'll do with the closing balance is carry it over to the next budget, or that's what we do. There's a space to put 3 monthly goals for this month, a to-do list. This would be a great area to have to put down your financial to-do list, which I tend to have. I just put it in my planner and it's on a post-it note or my wall calendar. So I think this is nice to have, so you can put down all of the things that you need to do financially. And then there is an area for review down here. Did you go over or stay under your budget? By how much? What went well? What could be improved next month? And then any thoughts. Not gonna lie, I'm not really good at doing this type of review, but what I do consistently is close out my budget. And then I do make some notes that I need to be aware of for the next budget. So, and then there is a monthly planner. I think it's interesting that this is at the end because most planners, they'll have the calendars in the beginning of the month. So this would be, hold on. Oh, I think I'm looking at this backward. I think it's like this. So I'm guessing this is how it's going to be, right? Because it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 7 days. So you just put the date on here. And I think this is nice that they left it blank because I like a Monday start. Some people like Sundays. So I would totally write in Mondays on here and then put the dates on here since it's blank. And you might want to, or not might want to, but you should put all of your bills that are due on here, as well as anything that requires you to spend money. So let's say you have a doctor's appointment, maybe a birthday party, or going to some fun stuff. It's October, so maybe any Halloween activities you might be going to. I know we're going to a pumpkin patch, and that's going to involve a little bit of spending, not too much, but a little bit. So I want to make sure you add that to your budget. And then there is a notes page. I always love it when planners add a notes section in it, because maybe you need to write down notes when you're on a phone call with, a company, or a doctor's appointment or anything like that. That way you can add it all in there. I also use it to put down our credit scores, or when I was budget planning using paper, I'll kind of brainstorm a savings plan or something like that on here. So yeah, that's what I used to do. Actually still do, it's just on a notebook now instead of a planner. And then it starts over again with another month. And then there is enough for 12 months on here. I really like the simplicity of this planner, and the paper does feel nice. I feel like if you were to highlight in here, it wouldn't bleed through. So let me just skip over and go to the very back. I'd like the color also. It kind of reminds me of coffee. Ooh, I see savings in here. Oh, you know what I didn't notice is trackers, because I just saw it right here. Usually, or what I find a lot of times now with budget planners, is that there's an expense tracker also included within the month, but with this one, it's at the very end. Let's see what it has. So utilize trackers. You have a clear overview of what you're making and spending each month. Now through the use of trackers, you can break down your bills and debt in more detail. Oh, it's broken down by month, it looks like. So this one is for your bills. And so you can put the months on here, date right here, what the bill is and the budgeted amount, and then the actual amount on here. And then a debt overview. So your total debt, target payoff date, and then here is a payoff order. So whatever method that you're choosing, creditor, starting balance, current balance, interest rate, your monthly payment, payment due date, and goal date, or payoff goal date. So there's enough space to write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Unfortunately for us, this would not be enough. I would probably add another page down here and fold it over, or maybe make a line to make a couple more spaces, which is sad, I know, but we would need 17 of these if we were still in debt right now. But yeah, so moving on to savings. So savings tracker. So too often people have a short-term view when it comes to their finances. They only think about how much money they need in the moment. However, you need to consider what you want your financial situation to look like 10 to 30 years from now. That's where your savings come in. Savings help ensure that you'll have a stable financial future and can afford things down the road. I like these. So savings tracker. So account, starting balance, savings goal, what you're saving for, and target date. And then this would be the area where you would track how much you are spending whenever you can. And I think there's enough for 4. So I would totally use this for a sinking fund tracker maybe, or more like Christmas, because I know that's 1 year. Maybe like a house down payment or something. I would use that to track. Yeah, I think that's what I would. I don't know. I have a lot of sinking funds, so 4. I would probably put the ones that would take us longer to save maybe on here. Or maybe within a year, since the budget planner is 1 year. So yeah. And then on this side, there's an annual savings overview. So your starting balance, savings goal, and actual save. I think this is meant to just see how much you saved each month and then what goal it was, or what goal amount you wanted to save, I think, right? Yeah. I think that's what this one is for. But I mean, however your mind works with how you want to use these, go with that. You don't always have to use a budget planner or a planner for what it's, for. You can totally change it up as long as it makes sense. And on the next page, you have a savings tracker. I believe this is going to be for maybe one specific savings goal. Here it has an account, starting balance, savings goal, target date, and then what you're saving for here, an area for notes, an area for date and the amount. So whenever you are depositing into your savings account or to maybe your cash envelope that you're saving for, and then a running balance here. And then you would track your progress by coloring in this right here. And then here on this side is a 30-day no spend calendar, it looks like. So the dates on here, what the exceptions are, why you want to do this, and then 30 days here. And then in the middle here on the 15th, it says halfway there, you're doing great. So I think it's good that they added exceptions here, because I think a lot of the times people think that a no spend day is also not spending on your bills, but the bills got to be paid. So I don't think I've ever done, I think I've done a no spend day before. It's been a while. By no spend day, to me, that means I am planning out the days when I'm going to be spending, like on groceries, like the things I need to be spending on, like gas, and then just being very intentional with what I'm spending on. So I would probably look at this challenge as a way for me to not spend on things I don't need, like not needing to get takeout, not needing to use my personal allowance for, all the little things I get with my own allowance, not spending things on the kids, if they don't need anything, so I think that's how I would use it, but use it however you want to use it. The goal is for you to be able to cut back on something and be able to save that amount and put it towards one of your savings goals. And then here on the back side is a 52-week savings challenge. And then an area for what the dates are. I'm guessing this is when you're going to start and when you end, maybe. And then what you're saving for. It's broken down by week. So week 1, whatever your goal is, what your balance is, the actual amount that you saved, and your actual balance. Here is an area for logs, record logs. You've likely heard of the term logbook, specifically a navigation term. It means to record important events or activities. In budgeting, a log is recording specific purchases or donations you've made. Logs help you stay organized and prepared for tax season. I just realized that I have not seen an expense tracker just yet. So I think this is what it's going to be, maybe. So for this one, it's a donation log, date, charity, description, value, form of payment, category, and tax. The only donations we really do is when we donate like all our clothes, maybe old toys and stuff, but we never collect like the tax thing that they try to give you. So I don't know if I would use this page. And then it has a tax deductions log, an area to put what time period it is. You write down the date here, description, category, amount. I've never done anything like this or tracked any of our tax deductions before. And then on this side is a check register, which I'm guessing is use it as what it says, use it as a check register whenever you write checks. I only write checks to our landlord for rent, and that's pretty much it. An area here for your time period, what the check number is, the date, description, whether it's a debit, credit, and then balance. And here at the back, it's a medical expenses log. This I would probably use because between us four, there's 4 of us, me, my husband, and then my 2 kiddos. There has been a time, actually this year also, where we've accrued quite a bit of medical expenses, and it's nice to look back at how much we spent on those. So I think this is nice to have. Accounts. So I think this is writing down all the account information from like bank accounts to credit cards. I've noticed this a lot in some of the budget planners I've been reviewing. And I think in my first Amazon budget planner review, I've mentioned not to put personal information on here. And I think in my DIY budget planner notebook, I kind of give you guys an example of how I would put my password. I kind of give myself a hint. I won't put the whole thing. I would give myself a hint and I would know what it is. So here in the beginning of the section, it has an area for you to write down your bank accounts, your account number, bank name, card number, expiration date, online username, all of the stuff that you need just in case you needed to access your account or if you're calling your bank or something. I wouldn't put anything personal on here that someone can make it easy for them to access just in case you lose your planner. That's not good to have. on there. And then accounts for credit card, billing accounts. So this would be maybe like our electricity bill. We're in California, so it's SCE, Southern California Edison. Maybe a internet bill also you can put on here. That's actually might be good to know because sometimes we'll need our account numbers, and then more billing accounts. And then here at the very back is lists, needs versus wants. There's something about writing down purchases that make us more mindful with our spending. Yes, that's so true. So there's 2 pages. So a needs wish list and a wants. So an area for you to put down the items, the shop and website, the price and priority. Same thing on here. I would probably be filling this up with furniture things, plants that I've been wanting to get, wanting, not necessarily needing, but wanting. Anyway, so I think this is the last section. It says extras on here. If you completed the above worksheets, you now have a living, breathing budget, complete with goals, expenses, purchases, and more. So my achievements. So my goal was, and then you'll put down what the goal is, or goal was, the date that you achieved it. What did I accomplish by completing this goal? How does it make me feel? What went well? What didn't go so well? What have I learned? A promise to myself, and other thoughts. So just kind of reflecting on how it was on achieving your goal. And I think that was for all 6. So there should be 6 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, no, 4. Just kidding. So 4. And we've officially reached the very back with where the pocket is. And there is some stickers on here as well. Ooh, I like that. Trust the process. If you can dream it, you can do it. Go the extra mile. Success is yours. And then there are a couple of stickers on here. Oh, there's tab stickers. That's cool. A little motivation quotes on here. Payment stickers, bill due stickers, reminders, payday stickers. Same thing on here. Oh, you could put these months and label them instead of writing them down on the month part of the planner. So these are nice to have. I'm going to put that back in here. And then the pen loop, I would think you could probably put here at the very back, like right here or something. Yeah, and then you can just put a pen in there. I'm not going to stick it on because I don't know if I'm going to be giving this away right now or if I'll eventually give it away. So anyways, you guys, that is pretty much it for this budget planner review. Hopefully that you found this interesting or helpful. I am going to be doing a giveaway on this as well as the budget planners from my first Amazon budget planner review / flip through that I did earlier this year, but I'm going to be doing those giveaways on my Instagram. I feel like it's easier for me to contact the winner on there versus here on YouTube. So if you guys are interested in participating in those giveaways, make sure you are following me on Instagram so you guys can stay up to date on that. I probably will be doing that by the end of the month or next month possibly. So be on the lookout for that. So anyway, thank you so much for watching, especially for watching till the end. I truly appreciate each and every one of you guys. I'll talk to you in my next video. Have a good one.